Hello and welcome to Astrology. My name is Dharren Mishra and today I am going to talk about top 10 smartphones in India under 15,000. See, this space is actually very crowded and there are lots of smartphones in this space. And how do I rank them? I rank them on the basis of camera, battery life, screen quality, processor, the sensors and the network coverage for the global roaming. So these are the basic parameters onto which I consider a smartphone, if the smartphone is good for you or not. Before I jump into my list, I have a little disclaimer here that I do not promote any of the companies and I am not a paid reviewer. So let's start with my list. Now number 10 on my list is Micromax's Hue Unicorn. See, this smartphone has got 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of internal storage, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, 4000 mAh battery and lots of other things. Now the question here is, why is it at number 10? According to Flipkart, it supports only single band 3G, which is 21 MHz frequency band. And even if you are on Airtel, it operates on 900/2100. So you are not going to get full coverage even on Airtel network. So that's pretty bad for a smartphone, and you cannot even have the global 3G roaming for this smartphone. So if you travel abroad, simply put, the smartphone is not for you. And apart from that, if you use a lots of navigation and mapping as I do, this smartphone just fails to satisfy your needs because it supports a GPS and doesn't have a hardware GPS or GLONASS sensor. And last thing for Micromax's Hue Unicorn is that it has got MediaTek's Helio P10 processor, which is strictly a lower mid-range processor. It can't even play Asphalt 8 at highest setting. Now let's move on to number 9, and number 9 on my list is Meizu M3 Note. This is a Chinese startup like Xiaomi and they have earned quite a name for their devices in the last few years. This device has got a 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, 4100 mAh battery, 5.5 inch full HD screen, which is very good. It has got a great battery life, almost all the sensors you need, GPS, GLONASS, even the Chinese Beidou, and an extensive network coverage, both 4G and 3G, so you can have the global 3G roaming with this smartphone. The only drawback with this smartphone is that it also runs on the MediaTek Helio P10 processor, as I already told you, which is not very capable processor. And if you are someone who doesn't play lots of games and you want to stay under 10,000, this is the smartphone for you. Coming to number 8 is Lenovo K4 Note. See, this device is pretty good. It has got a long list of features: 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, 3300 mAh battery, a MediaTek 6753 octa-core processor, 16 GB of internal memory, 3 GB of RAM, and great audio quality via earphones. You even get a VR for extra $1,000. They have also reduced the price of this device quite recently on the Amazon. So this is a great device if you want to buy one. So if you are someone who use a lot of maps and a hardcore gaming enthusiast, this device is not for you because the processor is not very capable and they have not provided a hardware GPS with this device. You will be quite surprised to know the device which is at number 7. It's the Samsung J7 2016 edition. Now you will ask me, this device has not got a 3GB RAM, a Full HD panel and a long list of features. Why this device is above Lenovo K4 Note? So here is what I have to say. This device may not have a 3GB of RAM, this device may not have a Full HD panel, but what this device has is a great camera, great performance, great battery life, extensive network coverage, both 3G and 4G, and almost all the required sensors. And you are going to get a great overall package in this device, that too from a brand like Samsung. So what's missing in this device? It's the compass sensor, and apart from that, if you have a pixel peeping eyes, you might notice a little bit of pixelation because this device has got an HD resolution on a 5.5 inch panel. So let's move on to number 6, and number 6 is OnePlus X. It has got 5 inch Full HD screen, Snapdragon 801 processor, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, almost all the sensor, extensive network coverage. What's missing here is the camera performance, which could have been better, and the battery life is not very good. Now before moving on to number 5, I have something to say. While buying smartphones, you should always go for the last year's flagships rather than this year's mid-range device, because flagships always have a better treatment than mid-range devices from any company, and they keep supporting flagships for years. That's the beauty of buying flagship. Now number 5 on my list is Xiaomi Mi 4. Apart from the limited memory, this device has got no flaws. It has got great performance, no stuttering, no lagging, good gaming. It has got a 5-inch Full HD screen, 16 GB of internal memory, 3 GB of RAM, 13 megapixel rear camera, 8 megapixel front camera, has got every sensor, extensive network coverage. The drawback here is that this device is not a 4G device. The major flaw in this device is the non-expandable storage, because this device does a great gaming and you doesn't have the storage for a lot of games. Now the next device which I am going to talk was going to be the number one device on my list, had they not skipped on few sensors. So this device which I am talking about is Motorola Moto G4 Plus. It has got 32 GB of internal 3000 mAh battery, and these specs just tell the half of the story. The full story is it has the best camera among any smartphone under this 15,000 category, both the still camera as well as the video camera. And apart from that, what you're getting here is a stock Android experience, and the history of Android updates to Moto devices is well known. The day-to-day performance is really good, and they missed on compass sensor and the hardware GPS. I'm still confused why they missed these sensors, because they are very cheap to apply. And apart from that, one other thing which made me to rank this device unwillingly on number 4 is its processor. The in charge of handling is the Snapdragon 617. So this is a good processor for day-to-day tasks. Even gaming is pretty good on this device. But if you are a performance user, this device is going to fail you, because continuous gaming heats up this device and processor throttling happens every now and then. And that is a very bad experience on this device. Apart from that, if you are not a very performance user, you should go for this device. Nuance here is navigation experience is also not good, as I told you that it misses out on the hardware GPS sensor. So if you're someone who really need a great camera, you should go for this device. Now it's time for me to disclose the second runner-up, which is Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. This device packs a 5.5-inch Full HD screen, 3 GB RAM, 32 GB of internal storage, 4000 mAh battery, 16 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, great build quality, a fingerprint sensor, an extensive network coverage, and every sensor you want there is packed in this device. And apart from that, they have also packed an IR blaster which will work as a remote control for your home appliances. So this device is a great overall package. Now if I had to point out a flaw in this device, that would be the camera performance. Now don't get me wrong, this device doesn't have a poor camera performance, but doesn't also have a great camera performance like the Motorola Moto G4 Plus. And if you are someone who want a great overall package with a great battery life and a great performance, then you should look no further. So it's time for first runner-up, which is LaEco La2. Performance of this device matches with the last year flagships. It packs a 5.5-inch Full HD display, a 16 megapixel rear camera, 8 megapixel front camera, extensive network coverage, Snapdragon 652, which almost matches the processing power of last year's Snapdragon 808, 3000 battery, fast charging, USB Type-C port, and like the Redmi Note 3, it also packs the IR blaster, which will work as a remote control for your home appliances. So why this device is at number 2 is just because it has got a better selfie camera, because all of us nowadays are selfie freaks, and rear camera performance is almost similar to that of Redmi Note 3. Next thing is the processor. This processor is actually a beast for this class. So if you're someone who is a performance freak, this device is for you. Now we have come to number 1, which is Lenovo ZUK Z1. This device packs a 5.5-inch Full HD display, Snapdragon 801, a fingerprint sensor, 64 GB of internal memory, 3 GB of RAM, a 13 megapixel optically stabilized camera, 8 megapixel front camera, 4000 mAh battery, extensive network coverage, both 3G and 4G, and does not skip on sensors. It has got the second best camera after the Moto G4 Plus. Great overall performance, great gaming, great battery life, does not skip on any of the hardware sensors. If you are someone who like the stock Android feel, want a great camera, a great battery life, and a great overall device which performs really well, this is the device for you. So that was all, guys. Hit the like button if you like the video and subscribe. My name is Dharmen Mishra. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to Astrology. My name is Dharmen Mishra and I'm